Hello, my name's Gabriel, but you can call me Gabe. I am a game design student who programs a lot in his free time. For many months now, I have been programming a game in the roguelike genre I've called DunGenes. For those that do not know, a roguelike is a role-playing game with procedurally generated levels. Since many years past, I've been fascinated by this concept, being inspired by roguelikes such as Pokemon Mystery Dungeon and The Binding of Isaac. I'm also inspired by games such as Dwarf Fortress and The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. And more specifically for this project, the item palette randomizer of it. In DunGenes, I'm going to procedurally generate forests, dungeons, castles, villages, deserts, mountains. This is spinning a little bit fast, I just noticed. I don't know why it's doing that. Deserts, I don't know if I said that. Mountains, tundras, libraries, towers, you name it, like everything, like as much as I possibly can. I will take it one step further than most roguelikes do. I want to procedurally generate the characters, the story, the animals, the monsters, the plants, the items, everything. I do not know how close to my goal I will get, but I have set out to do it, and when I set out to do something, I intend to finish it. I don't really care how long it will take, but I have decided to share this journey with an audience. I thought perhaps it could be a motivator. As for the title, DunGenes, it's a little bit of wordplay. I imagine that the seed that creates your save of the game is like a unique strand of DNA. It contains the genes of the dungeon generator. The game loop will be a little bit like this. There will be a quest board of sorts, where you can see your daily quests. Selecting one of these, I know that this doesn't look very pretty, but this is just a prototype. Selecting one of these will send you to a procedurally generated area where you must carry it out. As of right now, there is only this temporary style with placeholder walls and flooring. Like, I'll just go in and show you what I mean. Like this. There's only this placeholder floor, these placeholder walls, the camera angle isn't perfect. You can see everything on this minimap here on the corner. That's an enemy right there. It's a little bit tilted. That's a bug right now. If I rotate the camera before I go into the dungeon, it rotates the sprite before I get in and it doesn't look towards the camera properly. The spawning of the location itself works just perfectly, however. This enemy doesn't do much at the moment. Like, it's supposed to walk back and forth haphazardly and shoot lasers, but I haven't really enabled him to do this in this video because it still doesn't look very good. The way a location will be generated will be through the biome, the climate, the altitude, the amount of lakes and rivers that should be there, and other variables. Caves will be generated with an entire entangling system underground being possible. I have been doing a lot of research in geology, architecture, and the history of dyes and pigments, just so I can accurately build a history for the world that feels vivid and realistic. In a sense, perhaps, that's where it becomes clear that Dwarf Fortress was a huge inspiration. I have been told that it could be hard to make an interesting story be procedurally generated, which is why I've looked into different stories and tried to break them down into their atoms to see what kind of modular code I must program for it. The system is still in its early infancy, so you'll get to see more as it develops. One part of it will be controlled by several hidden variables that control an NPC's personality. Another part of it will be the quest system, where one quest can lead into another in a chain. Pairing the NPCs with a chain of quests and them taking a likely road through them based on their personality will constitute the different stories and historical events. These should be generated at the start of the game. This includes myths, gods and their pantheons, etc. You start the game meeting your future second in command. You will go on quests and adventures together, slowly amassing NPCs to your settlement who will build houses in the area. You will be the mayor of this up and coming town, and every decision goes through you, or, if you don't want to bother with that, an elected NPC. NPCs will have different professions and get relationships to each other and will have their own schedules. A lot of the time, an easy way to gain more NPCs is to rescue them on a mission, after which they might ask to move in. You could be sent by an oracle to find 7 godly stones, dive into grand underwater temples, find hidden peoples in the middle of the desert, cross monkey bridges in a dangerous jungle, or find landscapes entirely covered in rainbows. As if you had fallen into a bathtub full of liquid LSD. You're invited to follow me on this journey, for however long it might take, from my heart out to the infinite void. Over and out.